Tourniquets, right? This is the whatever kind of strap they want to call it. This is the windlass. But I like to keep it simple, right? I got a strap, I got a stick, and I got a lock. Sometimes I don't eat enough crayons, and I need to keep it simple. So what do I need to make a makeshift tourniquet? A strap, a stick, and a lock, right? So what can we utilize on our duty belt? Inner belt, okay. Baton, flashlight? Yeah. Someone's like, magazine? I'm like, I guess you could, but make sure you don't need it. I mean, I wouldn't, just in case. What about handcuffs? Cool. So I'll show you 2 easy ways. Okay? So does anybody have handcuffs? So all this is a cut shirt. I used to keep a couple of these in my bag. I keep a couple in my Jeep, just in case. Like, I always have plenty of tourniquets, but I don't know. Worst case scenario, I run out of tourniquets. Hey, did you steal my bag? Oh, dude, unbelievable. Just 3 days, you're trying to steal my shit. But I just keep this in my center console, right? Do you have anything in your car, like, I don't know, if you needed more tourniquets or you didn't have a tourniquet, do you have anything in your personal vehicle that you can utilize as a tourniquet?
Trip.
Okay. Sometimes people don't, they're like, oh, actually, no. Or like, yeah, I carry an outfit in my trunk. I'm like, cool. So you get in an accident and you can't get out of your car and you have no access to your trunk, so what are you gonna do? That would suck. Because then your little soul's gonna be like, dumbass. Shit, so close, but so far away. All right, so, and a stick. What, baton, flashlight? Anybody got one of those? Oh, cool. So this is a super easy one. So I'm gonna take my handcuffs. I'm just gonna loop it through one side of the strap, right? And then I'm gonna tie a knot. Super tight. I'm gonna take my stick, whatever you utilize the stick. In reality, I would double knot it just so it stays in place. Okay? But I'm not gonna do that because I have to cut it off. And then I'm gonna turn this, right? Create lots of pressure because we're trying to, what are we trying to do with the bleeding? We're trying to stop the bleeding, right? And then I use my handcuffs as a lock. So I'm all about being hands-free in case I still have work to do. Does that make sense? Because just because you get shot doesn't mean it's the end of the world, right? Shouldn't be. So I don't have time to sit here and just hold the tourniquet in place. I mean, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. But if I can have my hands free and be able to, you know, manipulate a weapon or do something else like that, pretty easy, right? Even if you don't eat crayons in the morning, you should remember that. We have to make the lock. So again, same concept, right? I'm gonna tie it on super tight. I will probably double knot that just so it doesn't get any looser, okay? Take your stick, stick it on there. Nice and tight. Double knot it so it doesn't come loose. So I have my ends here, right? I'm gonna take one end, I'm gonna tuck it underneath on the bottom, right? Create like a little bunny ear. I'm gonna take my other one, I'm gonna loop it, just stick it on the top. Going down, right? So I got one ear up, one ear down. Make sense? Everybody tracking? Cool. And I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna start cranking. And then when it gets really tight, I'm gonna pull my ends down together. And then I'm gonna knot it on top. Okay? Do you understand why one loop has to be up and one loop has to be down? It doesn't matter which way I turn. Once I get it tight enough, all I got to do is pull the ends and it's going to lock it into place. And then I just tie it off on top just to give it a little extra security. Again, I can be hands-free and still continue to do work. Does that make sense? Pretty easy. Anybody want to try it? Go on, dancer.